Hello, my fashionista. Well, I'm gonna sit down because today I'm kind of shooting on my own. I don't have any help. So I was trying to be technical to set up and then, get everything going. So anyway, welcome to my blog. It's Nade Style for Très Chic. Anyway, it's been really a pleasure. I'm telling you guys, I'm getting better. I'm finding out the ins and outs of YouTube. And then for my audience that I have out there who've been watching me, giving me that viewer time, but I need more watch time as well. So again, today I'm going to be talking about a few things. I'm going to talk about some of the perfumes that I like. As always, I love perfumes. I'm going to talk about some books that I have here, some historical books. And then what else? Some of the candles. But my main blog today is about Q&A. So I have a bunch of questions, but I couldn't answer all of it. So I actually selected like maybe 10 that I'm going to be answering. Hopefully I will be as transparent as possible. But again, if you think you have a moment, please like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate that. But anyway, first of all, I'm going to start by saying that today is a very special day here in America. Why? Because it's January the 20th. Today was the inauguration day here in America. So one president leaves, another one comes in. And here at the White House. So my fellow American, it's a new day in America. Anyway, but we have the very first Black woman in the office as a vice president. African American and then Indian and Asian, I would say. But beautiful Kamala Harris. The congratulations are in order. President Biden, may God continue to bless you. But anyway, I am so proud to call myself an American. But that was a special day here in passing. And talking about that, let me see here some of the books that I have, things that I have always liked, people who have said things that have, inspired me in the past. Like I would talk about, this is, of course, Dr. Maya Angelou with her poetry. Yeah. If some of you never see, maybe you can just get it from the library or maybe go on Amazon online. You can get this. This here is poetry by, the best poetry by Maya Angelou. So this is from her. And then another one that I have here, so let me just put this back for a little bit. I have, of course, this man here. I'm sure all of you will remember Nelson Mandela, a very modest man, full of integrity. I don't want to say too much because most of us know who he is. He was very powerful. May his soul rest in peace. But this is another book that I have. And of course, I didn't have one. I have one for President Obama as well. I think it's somewhere in my living room. I should have remembered to make a part of this blog. But President Obama is another one. Her very first Black American, Black president, I would rephrase that. African American, because I know because of Nelson Mandela also that they call the Black folks here in America African American. You all can look it up and see the history behind that. I will come about being called African American. Okay? So then you have Dr. King. Dr. King, endless, inspiring quotes. There is one that I put on my IG the other day on his birthday, that darkness cannot drive darkness, that hate cannot drive hate, only love that can do that. And the man was just so profound. Every time he spoke, it seemed like sometimes I said, wow, I should have lived in that era just to see how Dr. Martin Luther King was. Because everything that came, he was such a well-spoken man. Every time he spoke, I think, like they made like a book about everything that he said. But anyway, I tried to throw this in for my blog because just being an American and being an American this time, and also I wanted to just say that deep down with all the people that we have lost to COVID, and then please, if you out there or whatever you're doing, just wear your mask. that simple task. Just wear your mask, keep 6 feet apart, social distancing. I know we all miss our family, our loved one, our friends. But because of what we're going through right now, maybe not as bad as it was before. So there is hope and there is light at the end of the tunnel. But we still have to be careful, okay? And I wanted to acknowledge with all the people that we have lost through COVID, of course, or through anything else that we're no longer with us, because 2020 was, I don't know about you guys, but it's like a breath of fresh air just to see another year. Yeah, COVID's still there and a lot more things are happening around the world, but just to see another year, it is a blessing indeed to move away from 2020. Who could forget? Huh? But anyway, let's move to a more positive talk a little bit and maybe fun and share a laughter. How's that? I wanted to talk about this perfume. This is Clave Christian. Clave Christian, a UK based from England, very luxurious. 1872 for women. Different, they all like 1872, but the different notes. But the scents are, I'm telling you, if you enter a home and then you're wearing Clave Christian, people will be wondering. They probably can ask, who's that just came in? But this is a very powerful perfume, very luxurious. Now you can look it up online. Clave Christian, CLIVE Christian, just like Christian, CHRISTIAN. Okay, Clave Christian. This, you can find it online, or maybe any of the luxury goods, Saks, Neiman, or maybe Nordstrom, or maybe Bloomingdale's, you can find that, or just on their own website. But this is some of the perfumes that I like. Another one that is like a limited edition by, you can see here, let me show the boxes. So the box is different box, because they kind of, hold on a second, let me put that one back. This here, this is the box for it. Let me put it back. But this is how it comes. This is by Narcisco Rodriguez. Narcisco Rodriguez, of course, another famous designer, but this is some of his limited edition. Again, total luxury. Oof, I'm telling you. You all know I don't make no apology for luxury. I believe in quality, you know, not quantity, but I believe in quality. So that's some of my, this is also, yes, look at the bottles. I mean, the bottles are just, even just for decoration, they're just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And of course, you all probably remember Santa. I had this for, this is Jo Malone. Those are candles, beautiful candles. The different scents, like 3 different scents. Again, Jo Malone, another luxury, you know, perfumes. I do have some of his perfumes that I love. But this is the collection of the candles. They smell pretty nice. Even just if you leave the lid open, you know, you will just, ooh, the aroma in the room, very nice. So I love those. And of course, the main blog. Okay, let me talk a little bit about the suit. I can't really get up. I don't know if you can see just the bottom, you know. Those are the pants. They tie up a little bit, and I pair it with my, of course, red bottoms. This is available at Tres Chic. I know you can't really see, that's why I'm sitting so you can see me better. But this suit in a business state of mind. But I wanted to honor my beautiful country today with this inauguration, so I wanted to dress up, styling and profiling and looking beautiful. Anyway, but I thought I'd make you guys laugh a little bit on that one. Anyway, so I'm gonna move over and talk about some of the questions that people have been asking me. I will try to make it as quick as possible and as transparency as possible. I don't know how much transparent will I be, but I will try my best. Okay, let's go on and then see the questions. I'm gonna put my glasses on just so I can really see properly the questions that they're asking me. So here, the first question is, What's your real name? Well, my real name is Nadej Ngongo Bazonzamio. And one will be like, ooh. Okay, but being African, most of our names have a meaning. And my name, well, Bazonzamio is my dad's name. So I was born in my birth certificate, Nadej. Well, it's Nadej Ines Ngongo Bazonzamio. It's long, eh? But I have always used Nadej Ngongo Bazonzamio. And then, of course, when I got married, I dropped Bazonzamio and I add the Wilson. I just affinated it. But Bazonzamio, which is my father's name, means they have spoken. And Ngongo is my aunt. Now, that one I don't really know the meaning, but it was my only aunt, my dad's sister, only sister. So they named me after her. And believe it or not, I have used Ngongo more than I used Bazonzamio before I changed it. But my last name means they have spoken. Okay, so here you have it. The second question here is, what's your origin? Okay, my origin. Well, number one, I'm Black. I'm African American. I was born in the Congo, Central Africa, and then I was raised in France. But I was born, I know there's two Congos, so let me be specific. I was born in Congo Brazzaville, which is Congo Republic, is the smallest Congo, because you also have Congo Democratic. But I'm from Congo Republic. I was born in the capital, which is Brazzaville. I'm from, for my fellow Congolese, they know I'm from the Pool region, the biggest tribe in my country. We love fashion in the Pool country. In the Pool tribe, we do, you know. Some of you probably have seen on YouTube, we talk about sapology. Those are my people, you know, from my country. But anyway, it's in the blood. C'est dans le sang, bien sûr, you know. It's stamped in the DNA. We love fashion. We believe in the beautiful things. And we just, we make my dialect, which is Lari, and then Bakongo, very stylish, very fashionable, that language. Like if I wanted to say hello, I would say Mbote Bobavatele, c'est bon quoi. But anyway, so that's a little bit about my origins. Now you have it. Okay, the third question is, how long have you been in America? Well, I've been in America, I would say, when I first came to this country, President Clinton was still our president, and he was in his first term. So you can do the math. That's been, what, 26 years or something? What, long time. I've been here for some time. I know, I still have my accent. That's what I was telling you guys. That's because, and I'm proud to still have that. Eh? Yeah, I mentioned that the last time I did my other blog, because that's the little bit of where I come from that I still kept with me. I never tried to speak like something that I wasn't. I speak naturally. This is me. This is Nadej Ngongo. This is what you see. Is what you see, what you get. Okay? So my accent's still here, and I'm happy to have my accent, and I don't mind it. Hopefully what I do sometimes is to speak slowly. So for those of you who are watching me, you can understand the words that I'm saying, the pronunciation, and so forth. Okay? But anyway, let's move over to the fourth question. The fourth question, they said, how many kids do you have? I have 2 kids. I have 2 girls. I have a 19-year-old and I have a 3-year-old. You see? So I have my daughter Soleil, she's my oldest, and then I have my daughter Olivia. I know you all always ask me, I do talk a lot about Olivia because I feel like Olivia is my miracle baby. It took me 16 years to get there. And because of that, I praise God every day. Just in passing, I went through a lot of health issues to conceive my second child. And some of ladies out there can relate. I had a lot of women problems, and then but you know why? I never lost hope. I have always believed one day I will be a mom. And I don't want Soleil to be alone. And I've always said, Father, if I die today, I want Soleil to have somebody that she can call up to, she can look up to, somebody she can call a family, even though you have, of course, other family members, but I'm just talking her own sibling. And I didn't want her to be alone. And you know, God, like they say, from my lips to God's ears, he listened. And then, of course, 3 years ago, I gave birth to Olivia. Anyway, now you have it. And then my fifth question here is, are you married? Let me think. Yes, of course, I am married. I am married to my husband, Fitzroy Wilson. So, yeah, we've been together how long? Too long. Too long. But anyway, that's as much transparent I will be on that particular question. What do you do for a living? Okay. What do I do for a living? What do I do for a living? Ooh. Presently, I'm self-employed. Because of COVID, I became self-employed. I lost my job back in March. I was, on furlough, and then of course 8 months later they laid me off, which is fine. I have always been an entrepreneur. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I do a lot of businesses, and with the COVID and everything that's happening in the world, a lot of uncertainty. As you all know, I have my boutique, my fashion boutique. That's another child of mine, and that's something that I have always cherish, even when I'm working in corporate America full time, because I have indeed work in corporate America. I tell you guys a little bit about talking about what do I do for a living. I was in fashion for over 20 years. I held all sort of position in fashion. Because my degree, my bachelor degree is actually in fashion merchandising. So nonetheless, but what I did, I moved away from the fashion industry and I moved over to retail financing. So I went into banking. I became a personal banker. So for all of these years, that's what I've been doing. So you see, so I talk about the money and we'll talk about how to make that money. So that's what actually I've been doing. But besides that, I'm one of those people, I'm very optimistic, and I always tell you guys that you have to have, and please do not limit yourself. And don't just sit there and say, oh, well, it's like putting your eggs in one basket. You don't want that. Because when you drop that basket, you know what's going to happen? Everything will just shatter and there's no more eggs to cook. But it's just, in another word, it's like you have to have a plan, A, B, C, D, maybe. And I've always been those people. I'm very optimistic. I like to be as useful as I can. I built a lot of skills around myself. I'm really self-taught, I have to say. When I came to America, I was a young lady. I was in my early 20s. And at that age, you come with a dream, and then you're thinking like, oh, what I'm gonna do next and what's what. But I came here, and I have to tell you guys that I have utilized every opportunity that was given or presented to me to my best. I did everything I could, and then raising my children and being the wife that I could be and being the best employee that I could be. So, but also being a businesswoman, because that's who I am. I do a lot of business. And if for those of you who don't know, but please check out my boutique online, c'est Tres Chic. We do carry very unique pieces, pieces that you cannot just work in the store and find. I try to be very selective when you come. Things like what I'm wearing right now, just because like in the business world, that's what I'll be wearing is always suits. But I changed that a little bit. I would wear different style. I'm very retro, very classic, very chic. I can be, love bohemian style. So, but anyway, alternative, whatever style. We all have a different style. But anyway, just in passing, but that's what I do. That's what I do. Let's see here. What is the next question? Number 7. Where did you go to school? Well, before I came to America, I went to school. So if you're asking for here, since I've been in this country, I went to school in, Southington, Connecticut, the beautiful New England, is the insurance capital of the world. That's what they say about Connecticut. But anyway, Hartford, Connecticut. That's where I went to school. And then here they say, have you always have love? Okay, let me see. Let me read how they actually put it. Have you always love fashion? Oh, you kidding me? I always love fashion. Growing up, just watching my mom was a very stylish woman. I wish you all could have, meet my mom. My mom, so her fashion sense instilled in me, I have to say that. My fashion come a long way. I've always loved fashion. From the time I was in my teen, I remember I used to wear Jean-Paul Gaultier, Paco Rabanne, Karl Lagerfeld that you see here now for Chanel, So I always love fashion. My mom was definitely a stylish woman. She loved fashion. Today, I have my own fashion brand, my own label. C'est Tres Chic by Nadège Ngongo. So fashion have always been a passion of mine. And, hopefully one of my children will inherit the same passion like how I did with my mom. So, but I have always loved fashion. And I will continue loving fashion. Okay, let's move over to the 9th question. So the 9th question is, who is my favorite fashion designer? Oh, wow. That's a tough one. You know why? Because I love most of the designers, fashion designers, especially the high-end ones. But if you ask me, just for one, the one designer that I would love, and then if I never have the opportunity to wear, I do have his pieces, but I'm just saying that if I never had an opportunity to be dressed by Maison Valentino, I would love to be dressed by Valentino. The pieces that I have, just because I love them and I would buy them, but I'm just talking about just meeting the man behind Valentino and seeing the beautiful work. But anyway, that would be the designer that I will definitely go for. It is Valentino. Okay. And the last question is, let me see here. What is my favorite movie? Ooh. Okay. I'm glad you all asked. I have a lot of favorite questions, but movies. But one of them that I really love is, last time I mentioned it and I'm going to mention it again. The Best Offer. This is when fashion aligns with art. A beautiful picture. The cinematography is like amazing. If you're one of those people who love fashion and you love art, definitely that movie is for you. The Best Offer. Just like that. The Best Offer. But here you have it. That was the questions, and then hopefully I give you guys the answers that you were looking for or seeking from me. I was as transparent as I could be. Again, today, since I'm shooting this on my own, I wanted to make sure that my technical difficulty, did not interfere with us shooting for you guys to watch me properly. But I think I said enough. But here we comes at the end. As always, it was a pleasure. And thank you for being patient with me. And until next time, I'm going to be actually putting, I don't know if you have had a chance to watch, when I went out there to uncover the most expensive Movado watch. So I hope you did watch that. But if you haven't, take time and watch and see which one it was. the most expensive Movado watch. Okay, but anyway, it was a pleasure, and until the next time, à bientôt.